Hello everyone, John Carlo here with AgriVision Equipment. As part of our vision, which is look forward, adapt often, and lead always, we're excited to bring you a series of videos where we highlight technology and customer experience with Precision Ag and the latest and greatest technology from John Deere. We're here today with Taylor Nelson, and he will share his experience that he's had with the new 616R and See & Spray Ultimate technology. I'll start, Taylor. Maybe give us just a little background about you and your operation, and then we'll dive into what See & Spray has yielded in terms of results for your operation.
Sure, happy to be here, John. I'm a fifth generation family farm operation here, farm with my dad. Raise corn, soybeans here in northeast Nebraska.
And so obviously we're sitting here next to an all new designed boom. We'll talk a little bit about some of the structural changes and updates, camera systems. You can see here some cameras, but give us a little feedback just on the boom experience that you've had. Obviously it's all new and redesigned for this.
The first take I had is from the cab, how well the boom rides. The boom ride is a step change in the right direction. I mean, it's so smooth, and that really helps the camera performance when you can look out, and even though the chassis might be experiencing some undulation as you go through the field, when that boom can stay steady, it helps the camera do a lot better job. So from that standpoint, it was really reassuring to see the quality there. Structurally, with this new carbon fiber boom and the truss style design, we're really happy with the strength that we saw. We had no structural issues from that standpoint. Seemed to handle the payload with all this different equipment on it well. There's a lot more plumbing on this system, you'll see. So with the dual tank system, you can see that we've got two sets of boom pipes here that are coming out to be able to facilitate that dual tank operation. And so all that seemed to work pretty well. One of the challenges with that though is, as you can see, this piping is a little bit smaller than what you would see in a conventional sprayer. So in our higher volume applications, we were limited out if you're only going to use one set of plumbing at about 25 gallons per acre. So that's just something that you need to be mindful of if you're going to be See & Spraying and trying to do high volume at the same time, that there is a little bit of limitation there. Outside of that, from the camera standpoint, in this entire season, we didn't have one downtime incident or camera failure. So it was reassuring to see that as well.
We talk a lot about fallback mode, which can be due to height limitations or restrictions. It can be due to dust and limiting the camera's ability to see what's ahead. Give us your feedback and the experience you had with the sprayer going into fallback mode and how much of an impact that had.
The most common time that we were seeing fallback was in the center of the machine because of dust being stirred up. In the earlier season when we didn't have as much crop cover, there was a lot more dust being stirred up, and so we did experience, you'll see some striping on our maps, and that was on account of there being some fallback. Later in the season, right in behind the wheels, if there was weeds that would grow in the wheel track, there was a little bit of struggle with the system to be able to spot some of those weeds that were being driven on by the machine before they went underneath the boom. So that was another area that I saw maybe some room for improvement. We had to run the boom a little bit lower than we were maybe used to, just for the camera. But in doing so, we were able to limit the amount of fallback from a height restriction standpoint a lot.
To view additional videos in our Precision Ag series, visit agrivisionequipment.com. For more information on products discussed in the video, contact an AgriVision Equipment sales representative.